Okay. Welcome to Loserville, I guess. This is our first episode. Hang on, let me move this. This is our first episode. This one is going to be more of like a test run to see just how it goes and if we can actually record this properly.
That's a funny noise.
Yeah, it is. I'm your host, ChrisAIsHere, because it's gonna be on my channel, and I'm here with my sister Emily. She's a rat.
Yeah, I am.
Or more properly, a loser. I'm
Hence
funny.
the name Loserville. I'm a loser just because I'm...
You're a loser by default. You've been one since
And
birth.
you're a loser because you don't have any friends. Get wrecked.
Well, you didn't have to put it that way. So, alright, we don't know what to talk about, but she suggested that we talk about, for the first episode, because I do actually have some things that I want to talk about. But for the first episode, we're just going to talk about podcasts in general, because we're a bunch of losers.
Or pretty much like how it all started, like why we wanted to make this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like one day we were talking, and then I was like, we should start a podcast. And we were like,
So, like, what was happening is that, like, we were just talking, and then, like, we just kept transitioning into new topics. Like, we do that a lot. Like, we're just talking,
like,
and
that's pretty much how...
Shut up. We talk a lot, and then we transition to new, subjects very easily, and we don't even notice. And then, like, when we do notice, we're like, wow, we should make a podcast. We actually recorded one quite some time ago, but that one didn't come out very well. So I deleted it. It is gone forever. It will never be seen, not even by us, because I straight up deleted it, like I said. But anyways, on the topic of podcasts, do you listen to any?
I am subscribed to some on
Spotify.
Bootyfy.
Shut up.
Like, Teenager Therapy, some other ones that I can't say.
I just listen to Chuckle Sandwich mostly.
I don't really listen to them. If I don't feel like listening to music, which is very rare, I'll listen to a podcast.
Yeah, I use Spotify for music. I don't really listen to as many podcasts as I used to, but another one is ASMRT, which I'll listen to sometimes. There's not even that many episodes out of it.
Yeah, I don't really listen to podcasts that much unless I'm really bored.
Then what do you listen to?
Lots of Doja Cat. Lots of, like, Doja Cat. Pretty much only Doja Cat. And then
I don't listen...
Bruno Mars, Ariana.
Music-wise, I don't listen to anything specifically. Like, my playlist is just a mess.
I don't even listen to my playlist unless I have different playlists for different vibes I feel like being in or am in, and then I'm just like, this needs music.
I like listening to albums or songs that, like, tell a story the most, actually. Like, Evelyn is one. Recently, I've been trying to figure out, what's it called? Hawaii Part 2. Hawaii.
Oh.
It's from Miracle Musical, which is actually just Tally Hall and some of their friends. Someone said that Tally Hall is like the Beatles having an existential crisis. And yeah, it is.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of Doja. It's mostly Doja that I listen to. I don't even listen to my playlists, though, that I make. I just listen to the mixes that Spotify gives me.
I mean, I also like listening to, like, what's it called? Zanuck and Skywalk, Rare Americans. Both of which are completely different types of music. All three of those are completely different. The Beatles, again, completely different. Jack Stauber. Well, more Jack Stauber's micropop.
So my top, like the artists I listen to the most are Doja, Tyler, who is it? I haven't listened to Mother in a while. Harry Styles. I don't really know.
I like Zelinki.
Bruno Mars, Post Malone, Billy. There's a lot.
I've showed you a song from Zelinki.
Da Vinci?
No, Zelinki.
My top genres on Spotify are pop and hip hop.
I don't know how to check any of that, so.
Go to your search.
Search.
And it says right there,
Indian rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do listen to a lot of rock.
And the playlists I do have are car vibes, like cars to like cars, songs to like dance to, and this one that doesn't even have a name. It's like a sad emoji face. That one's like, I don't know, like.
I listen to, or the ones I've made are top 10 in CMA. CMA is just like all this, like a crap ton of songs that I just threw into a playlist. Top 10 is, well, pretty self-explanatory. It's my top 10. I'm not done making it though. There's only like 6 songs on there right now. Music to Sleep 2 is on there because I listened to that like whenever we started going back to school last year. And then Jazz Classics, which spot I don't remember saving this, but I do listen to it, so. This thing's 14 hours long, by the way.
You got 14 hours of songs in your playlist. I got like 24 hours.
The playlist I made is 6 hours.
The playlist you made is 6 hours. You want to know what my biggest playlist is?
Oh god.
It's one with, it's all it is, like the name of it, it's just like 4 question marks and that's it. Because I don't know how to name playlists or anything, so I just come up with something random. This thing is like 13 hours. 13 hours and 3 minutes. It's my other
playlist.
Okay? No. I have another playlist that's 3 hours, 47 minutes. That's my sad playlist. I have a songs to scream to in the car. It's 7 hours and 4 minutes.
Skywalk. Have you ever listened to Zanuck and Skywalk?
No, I have a song. I have a playlist that just it's a smirk face. You can probably guess what that is. 4 hours and 5 minutes. Car Vibes is 2 hours and 43 minutes. I have another one that's called Dancing, and that one's just 48 minutes.
There's caramel dancing on there.
And this one, shut up. And this one,
better be
I can't say the name of.
Oh, yeah.
It's 4 hours and 28 minutes.
That's nice, I guess.
I have one of the playlists I have saved is called POV You're Walking Through Ohio. And that's pretty much the only reason I saved it, just because of the name. I don't know, and I never looked at what songs are on there. All I saw was the name and immediately saved it.
Do you have any albums saved?
Albums?
I have Winter's End, which is basically just the I Am Setsuna soundtrack, which is a game I want to play. Freshman Year, Sinovation, which is basically just jazz Sino. Pretend by Zelinki, even though it's just a single. Hawaii Part 2, the Doom soundtrack, Later Alligator soundtrack, Deltarune soundtrack, Undertale soundtrack on radio, Gangstalkers Volume 4, and Evelyn.
The only albums I have saved are Planet Her Deluxe, Doja Cat, The Good and the Bad, Anthony Ramos, Earth Sun, Nia Imani, New in Town, John Mulaney, Love and Lies, Anthony Ramos, Hot Pink, Doja Cat, Kiss Me More, Doja Cat, There's the regular Planet Her, I guess. I don't know, Doja Cat. Unorthodox Jukebox, Bruno Mars. Doo-Wops and Hooligans, Bruno Mars. See You Again, Wiz Khalifa. Pink Friday, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. These Feel. Akintoy. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Chewing on Ice.
Fever Dream, Jillian Rosie, I don't know. 21st Century Vampire, Lil Huddy, which I kind of hate myself for because it's Lil Huddy.
I don't know who that is.
I wish I didn't. Say Less. Anthony Ramos, Earth Boy, Tony 22, It's Complicated, Love and Heartbreak Vibes. I don't know why I said that. Lifted Lo-Fi, Stony Deluxe, Post Malone, El Último Tour del Mundo, Bad Bunny, Baby Gravy 2, Young Gravy, Snow Cougar, Young Gravy, Gasanova, Young Gravy, Sensational, Young Gravy, Nightmares, Shy, Sorrow, Shy, and One More Chance from Russ.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, on the topic of music, what are your thoughts on video game music?
Video game music?
Yeah.
It depends. I love Minecraft music, but
Minecraft music is good.
I think it's
like it's good to like relax to,
yeah,
except for 11 and 13 and the Nether soundtrack, except for Pig Step.
Pig Step is gnarly.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
I don't care what your zodiac sign is. What's your favorite music disc?
But no, there's some songs from different video games that I cannot listen to because they're so long. Like 4 hours long, and I'm just like, Brayden, leave me alone. Like, Brayden will send like a song from Doom, and I'm just like, I'm not listening to that. I don't have the attention span. I really don't.
What about Gen 5? Oh, Pokemon music.
I don't know what that sounds like.
Gen 5 slaps. I don't care what you say. Gen 5 has the best soundtrack and best story.
Cone has sent Persona 5 music, and I'm just like, I love Anne, but I'm not listening to this.
You know, I feel like for Gen 5, like, they mixed 2D models with 3D models, made it look really good. They went hard with Gen 5. Sorry, I'm simping for Gen 5. That's the only thing I will ever simp for. Pokemon Gen 5, by the way. Just listen to End's theme.
I'm not listening to any video game music. Video game music, it really does depend on how long it is, and if it's like the same thing, like same two measures over and over and over again for like 3 minutes, well, I'm just gonna listen to it for like 5 seconds.
That's
and
mostly
leave.
What video game music is.
Yeah,
especially
I know.
like
that's why
if it's
I can't
a battle
listen
thing.
to it by itself. If I'm gonna listen to it, then I gotta be like playing the video game itself. I can't listen to just the music by itself.
I can.
The only long songs I can listen to are symphonies, which are in parts.
You should listen to Everywhere at the End of Time.
I'm not gonna listen to any single song you recommend me.
Why?
Because all of them are just not my vibe. I'm sorry.
Everywhere at the End of Time is about dementia.
Shut up.
Everywhere at the End of Time is good, though. I recommend people to listen to it. It is very deep. Well, anyways, on to the next topic.
I hate you.
Video games themselves. I am so good at transitions.
Yeah, video games though.
What would you say?
I love Kirby. I've only played it once, and I barely remember like anything. But I remember loving it a lot, like the original Kirby, because our cousin had it.
Oh yeah, I remember playing it.
It was so much fun. I loved it. And I've played Smash, and you were there.
Yeah, I played it too.
It was funny.
I'm horrible at it, but I punched Donkey Kong to death, and that was fun. That's all I wanted to do, kill Donkey Kong.
Minecraft, oh my god, I cannot get enough of it. But I also get pretty tired of it because nothing else happens. You gotta make it happen.
Here's the thing, I love Minecraft. Like, it's one of my favorite games of all time, but I hate the community. Community just sucks.
Yeah. But, okay, what about Call of Duty?
They've fallen off the rails.
Yeah.
Like, in the recent years, the games have sucked, like, especially story-wise, but it's still fun to play.
I remember when we were, like...
Ghost isn't that
good. Yeah, I know. I remember when we were...
We're never even able to play.
Let me talk. I remember when we were so excited about it because we were like, oh, it has... And I was really excited about it because it had, like, girl characters that you could play. And I was so disappointed when I played it because I had no idea. Like, the controls were so different. I didn't know what to do. And you had... What was it? You had to gain the skins?
Oh, yeah.
And it was like... Just, no. Really? Just downgraded it. Like, Modern Warfare...
I don't remember Modern Warfare.
I think I remember.
The one game I remember is Black Ops 2. I spent hours playing Black Ops 2. That's the most I have played a Call of Duty game, and that's the most fun I've ever had playing it. But it's been years.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like Nuketown that much.
I loved Nuketown. I remember you hating it.
I hated it so much. I loved the yacht, though. But it was the worst one. I still loved it, though.
The yacht was the worst map. No, it wasn't the worst map. It was a pretty good map.
It was a pretty good map, but, like, cover-wise...
Remember whenever, like, I mained snipers?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I had the perfect camping position for that map, like the yacht map and for Nuketown.
I always chose AK-47 because I don't have the patience to reload it over and over again.
I think it was like the MG42 that I used. No, that's a different one.
And you know how we could customize the guns, like how it
design, you would always pick like the cherry blossom.
Yeah.
On the topic of games like Call of Duty, Battlefield 5 is horrible.
I didn't play.
Literally, Japanese female soldier with an M1 Garand fighting in North Africa. None of that matches. Oh yes, the Japanese female soldier has an M1 Garand and they are fighting in North Africa. Everyone will love this game.
What other games are like Call of Duty?
I don't really know.
I mean, we could say, like, Fortnite is kind of like...
Shut up.
No, listen. Hear me out.
Fortnite is not like Call of Duty. Unless you're talking Warzone, then I can kind of see where you're coming from. But no.
Listen.
No.
Listen,
we are not talking about Fortnite.
Listen.
We're going to talk about the superior Battle Royale. Pixel Gun 3D's Battle Royale.
Listen, hear me out.
Minecraft Hunger Games. Alright, here we go.
No, listen. Okay. Fortnite is just Call of Duty, but with colors.
Shut up.
Colors.
It's
and
Call of
balloons.
Duty Warzone with colors.
Colors, clowns, and all of that.
God, we're gonna get you're gonna get murdered for saying this.
Good, come after me. I don't care.
Anyways, FPS games.
What is that? Forza. Motorsports.
Oh, God, that's a racing game.
Yeah, I know. Racing
FPS games are like Call of Duty. Racing games. Oh, Mario Kart. Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
No, we're not.
No, we have to.
We gotta build up. We gotta build up
from
Forza, from like the motorcycle one to the car. Which one was better? Which one did you like more?
The cars.
The cars. Okay.
Remember how much I played Forza?
Yeah, I remember. No, I don't really remember. I do remember playing.
We were so bad at it.
We were. I bet if we played it now, we'd be a little better at it. I'd still
Yeah, I keep
crash
saying
a
that.
whole bunch, just not as much.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like how we went, what was it? We went go-karting. That was fun.
Yeah, it was. I always came in last. And the funny part was that I made my name Loser. I was living up to the name.
That was really fun.
It was.
I think...
Those were go-karts, right?
Yeah, those are go-karts.
Want to know what else has carts?
Mario Kart.
And I was gonna say stores, but yeah, let's talk about that because that's even better.
Okay, what about Mario Kart? Because I've never played it. Well, I have. I have. I just barely remember it.
Mario Kart is the perfect game to play against your siblings, and if you lose to them, hate them for the rest of the year. Like, just talk to a couple hitmen here and there, plot out their murders here and there. You know, just have an overall fun time with your siblings. Emily, if we ever play Mario Kart, just know it's not okay to throw a blue shell when I'm in first place. Or when anyone's in first place, unless it's you in first place. Okay?
I'm gonna do it anyway, just to spite you.
Speaking of Mario Kart, I have one of the mushrooms up there. I built it. No one can see it, but it's there. I also built a Pokeball on the Texas flag. What other video games are there? Pokemon. Let's talk about Pokemon.
I don't know about Pokemon. You're the only one who knows it because you're a nerd and you're a loser. You don't have friends. And I have friends, but I don't talk to them because I don't like them. Just kidding, I love them, but I don't at the same time.
Okay, what's your favorite Pokemon?
I cannot pick.
Just say some of them.
Do not. Some of them? Yeah. It's a really long list.
Just say like 3.
You can't make me do this.
Just say like 3.
You cannot make me do this.
Just say 3.
I have internal struggles. And this is one of them. I cannot pick a favorite Pokemon.
Just say 3 of your favorites.
What's that one that like vibe checks you?
Oh. I think it's Hatchrin. Yeah, Hatchrin.
Hatchrin. Who else? Eevee.
Hatchrin's a good one. Oh god, Eevee's so overrated. If you say Snom, I will literally snap your neck. I'm gonna say it. I hate Snom.
Not Eevee. Emolga. What's that booger one?
The one that I always name Booger?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Gulpin.
I love that.
Gulpin D's nuts.
I'm out of here.
I actually do have a top 3. It is.
You suck.
It is Rayquaza, Mega Gallade. Well, Mega Rayquaza. Mega Rayquaza and Rayquaza, Mega Gallade, and Swampert. Because Swampert was my first ever starter Pokemon in an actual Pokemon game, which was Pokemon Emerald. I'm currently playing Leaf Green.
Well, I can't play any of them.
Sucks for you.
Shut up. You've played TKO, right?
What's that?
Or like Jackbox?
Oh.
TKO. Oh no, you didn't play that one. We didn't play that one, right?
No, we played like that one where like you put something in and then they fight against another thing. What was it?
I like those games.
Stephen Hawking versus
Orang. I think it was Orang.
I lost to Orang. I made it so far with Stephen Hawking, and I lost to Orang.
Imagine if it was Stephen Hawking against like
God. That would have been even funny. No, that one would have been symbolic. Stephen Hawking didn't believe in God, by the way. I feel like I have to explain that to you. I'm calling you dumb.
Oh, I really don't care what people believe. That's your
problem.
That's your chip dip. That's your kind of bean dip.
Oh yeah, bean dips. My favorite kind of bean dip is jalapeno.
Shut up.
That concludes this episode of Loserville. Come back now. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, on the topic of beans, let's talk about movies.
I was about to say that. Wreck-It Ralph.
No.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay, the
Wreck-It Ralph.
first Wreck-It Ralph is good. I hate the second one.
Oh my god. The first one made me so sad. But I think it was funny when he said, when she was like, what are the rules? He's like, no butts, no cuts, no coconuts.
Okay, so I would like to say that like something I hate a lot that I'm starting to see more and more in movies, and I hate it so much. Like
twist villains.
No. Okay, yeah, I hate twist villains too. But when they build up a character and then just completely ignore that character or like completely undo all of that characterization. That's what they did with Wreck-It Ralph and Wreck-It Ralph 2. After all the characterization with Ralph in the first movie, they just completely undid it in the second one. Yeah. And then I told John, and I was talking.
They gave him separation anxiety, and I was like,
what was the purpose of the first movie then? And then the second movie, no, not that. Something that I've been talking to Jonathan about, or something that I've told Jonathan, is like, in The Last Jedi, they built up the character of Rose Tico, I think her last name was, a crap ton. Like, my god, they focused so much of the movie on her. And I know people didn't like it, but the thing that, like, I didn't really like her as a character that much. I felt like she could use more development. Because like it was more her being annoying than actual development. But they did build up her character a lot. But then in the next movie, she's just a background character.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point of that?
And she's kind of like the
love interest for Poe. Well, no, not Poe. Finn.
Even though, like, the tension between Finn and Rey is, like, so thick. Like, they look like... They constantly look like a couple, and it's just, like... Yeah, okay. And Poe, he just looks like... He kind of reminds me of, who is it? Han Solo, in a way. Before,
Poe?
Yeah, Poe. He kind of reminds me of Han in a way. I don't know how, but he does.
I like how in Force Awakens they established Poe's character, and then in The Last Jedi they made him the complete opposite.
Okay, what about Rey?
Nope. No, don't even get me started on that.
Okay,
no.
What about Kylo Ren?
Okay, Kylo Ren's the only good character.
I love him so much.
Like, the only genuinely good character.
So, like, devastated when he just gone. And just, they kissed and gone. And I was like, all of this.
Adam Driver.
Nothing.
Adam Driver's performance in the sequels was really good.
Yeah.
Like, Kylo Ren was a good character. It was just the writing that made him bad. Like, seriously. Kylo Ren is my favorite character of the sequels. I remember whenever they were hyping up the Knights of Ren a lot. Like, to the point where, like, for the Lego sets, like, you had to buy a bunch of different Lego sets to get them all. Only for them to be side characters. Like, they don't even talk. Like, we hardly get any of them. They just sucked. Like they were hyping them up since, like, when did The Force Awakens come out? 2014?
Hey Siri. When did The Force Awakens come out?
Star Wars The Force Awakens was released December 18th, 2015.
So they've been hyping them up since 2015.
It's 20,
didn't use them at all.
15, 16, 17, 18,
19. 4 years of hyping them
I
up.
said 2015.
No, like, I was wondering when The Force Awakens came out.
Yeah, I said The Force Awakens. Hey Siri,
Yeah, 2015.
when did The Force Awakens come out?
2015.
Star Wars: The Force
Yeah,
Awakens.
2015. And what else?
Rise of Skywalker.
And that was when?
Like 2019.
Hey Siri, when did Rise of Skywalker come out?
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker was released
4
December
years.
20th.
Yeah, you're right.
4 years of hyping them up just to not use them. That was such a huge disappointment. Like, I've never been more disappointed by anything. Oh, wait, Black Widow.
I wasn't really paying attention to Black Widow. I should probably watch it again.
Yeah, like, it got to the point where, like, I was getting so bored from it that I just stopped paying attention. Because I literally just kept predicting everything. 5 minutes later, it happens. I'm just like, oh my god.
I thought that was funny though. Oh, when we were hanging out at Tom's house and we were watching Big Hero 6 and you started laughing when Tadashi died.
I was thinking of Shea Frilla's production. That was his mistake.
That was his mistake.
That's such a joke of a line. Like, dude accidentally gets our protagonist's brother killed. That was his mistake. My god, that movie sucks. It's good up until Tadashi dies. After that, it just falls off the rails.
And like you can see him breathing, but after like 20 minutes he stops.
Who?
Like the animation of him breathing, like when he's standing still. And you can just see him breathing, but after like a while he just stops. Tadashi.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, I liked the animation of Big Hero 6. I think it was really pretty.
It is pretty good, the animation.
And I think Honey Lemon is Latina. And I remember seeing this one meme where it was like, I didn't know Honey Lemon was Latina. They don't really portray her as that. And someone was like, what? Do you want her to drive a red Ford pickup truck and blast Tigres del Norte? I just like...
Oh my god.
You hear, she's driving down. She has black hair, the Selena lips, the long eyelashes. She's got the eyebrows, the 90s eyebrows, hoops. She looks like a chola. You hear her and she's blasting Juana La Cubana or something. La Chona.
Yeah, I was about to say La Chona. La Vaca.
El Viper. She's blasting Selena.
You just hear Enrique Iglesias.
You hear bidi bidi bamba. She's like cussing in Spanish. She's just like going at it.
She's on the phone.
She's got like cases of Corona in the back, and just like her friends in the back too. Go is in the like right next to her, being like, "Can we change it to MCR?"
Shut up. Anyways, back again on the topic of music, since we were talking about it again, and movies, movie soundtracks. Let's talk about movie soundtracks.
Movie soundtracks. Like
Whiplash.
That movie scared me. I love it so much.
It's my favorite movie. I cannot get over how good Whiplash is.
My favorite movie is Anastasia.
I seriously recommend, if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a good movie.
I won't watch it again, but it stresses me out so much just because it's band related, and since I'm in band, naturally, I'd put myself in like the character's shoes, and I'm just like, I make myself.
Put yourself in the shoes of the trombone kid, and I got
That-
yelled at.
Oh, I'm gonna start crying now.
There's not a Mars bar down there.
Shut up. Just shut up. But yeah, that movie stresses me out a lot. No. That movie stresses me out, and I love it. I love
It's
it
still
very
a
much.
great movie, though.
And I think the funniest part about it, though, was he, like, got in a car crash and just...
Experienced Whiplash.
Yeah.
The song Whiplash is in the movie. Like,
He got in, and like, the funny thing about it is that he got in a car crash, blood everywhere. He's like, he needs to go to the hospital. But he just shows up. He's like, let me play. And he's like, no, you're not. You're bleeding. I'm gonna let you play on those drums with blood all over your hands. And I think, like, because I kind of felt that.
Caravan's the best song on the track. It's the last one, and it's the greatest one as well.
Other movie soundtracks. Jurassic Park, of course. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Star Wars has really good...
John Williams. I feel like with the John Williams, every lightsaber duel for the prequels, he went hard.
Yep.
Like, I see a lot of memes about it. Like, have you seen that one meme where it's like some guy playing the piano and the piano's on fire?
That's him?
Yeah. That was him when Anakin and Obi-Wan were fighting on Mustafar.
I think a lot of, like, big movies, like, you can identify them just by hearing the songs, like Avengers, Harry Potter, Star Wars. What else?
Kevin Kiner.
I'm gonna say this, you're gonna hate me for it, but Frozen.
I will admit that the music from Frozen,
It's pretty
if you
like,
hear it, if you hear the music, yeah, you know.
You immediately, yeah. What else? I would say Avatar, but even I don't remember it.
That's what I'm saying. Avatar's a bad movie. Don't die on this hill.
It's not a bad movie. It's a good story.
Compared to what everyone says.
Why do you... Okay, okay.
Here's the thing.
Tell me
everyone,
why you think it's a bad movie.
Okay, I think it's a bad movie because of the way other people see it. Everyone says it's a great movie. But the thing is that they only say that because it did well in the box office. No one remembers it that much.
Is that the only reason why?
Yes.
That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I know.
The reason why I think it's a good movie is because the CGI is really good.
It is.
Like, hang on. Hey Siri, when did Avatar come out?
It's in like the early 2000s.
Which one? I found 6. Avatar, The Last Airbender.
2009.
Oh, so it was like
It's
the
not.
late
The
2000s.
So, in 2009.
I mean, just think about it. 2 years prior,
But
Transformers came out. That's another movie with great CGI.
Yeah. What about the day after tomorrow? Was it?
Day After
It came
Tomorrow
out in
was pretty
2004. It's a good story, but the CGI.
good. The CGI in The Day After Tomorrow isn't that bad, but it's not the best.
It's bad. Look, hang on. I remember rewatching it, and I remember being like, "Oh my god, this." Okay. The only bad part about the CGI was the tornadoes. I was like, that is too fast for the tornado.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's pretty much the only really bad thing about it. But I think Avatar is a good movie because of the CGI. I think the story's really good. I remember the story. It's just
Don't remember it at all.
I remember a lot of it. Like the more I think about it, it's like, oh, I remember this now.
I know what has a really good story.
What?
Invincible.
I'm gonna beat you with a stick. But yes, it does have a good story.
Omni-Man is a twist villain. Once you think about it,
Yeah.
Omni-Man is the greatest twist villain.
It's kind of like a double twist villain.
Yeah, like he's a twist villain that has a twist.
A twist hero.
No, he's a twist
villain.
villain.
What define? Okay, who do you think would be is a twist hero?
Twist hero. Twist hero is like the opposite of a twist villain. Someone who's
bad, but Megamind.
Oh yeah. No, there's the thing. There's not really such thing as a twist hero. It's more of a villain that was turned to the light. Unless they were good from the start, then yeah, that makes sense. It's a good example. Trying to think.
Example of what?
Like a villain that ended up becoming good. I was actually watching a video on this earlier. Like they were talking about like.
I think a good twist hero is Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph.
He was never really a villain though.
I mean, twist hero. Like he just.
There's not a twist hero. There's no twist heroes.
Because he knew his job was to be like the villain, like the bad guy, but he didn't really like it at all, and he knew he still had to be the villain. But in the end, he was just like. He was good. It's like, yeah, I don't want to be a villain anymore. I don't like it. It makes me feel bad.
I want you to be the bad guy. Wait.
Shut up.
No. Omni-Man is still the greatest twist villain. You know, there's twist villains and then there's villains with the twist, like, what's his name? King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph. Wow, we keep talking about Wreck-It Ralph. It's a good movie. It's a shame that the sequel exists. Wreck-It Ralph is a better one-off movie. Like, it didn't need a sequel.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that have sequels that don't really need sequels. There's some movies that don't need sequels, but they still have them, but the sequels are still good. Like Shrek, except for which one is it? 3. That's the only bad one.
Shrek 4 is my favorite one.
I don't remember it. That's why.
No one remembers it. But I do. I think Shrek is pretty overrated, but it's still good.
It is good, especially for when it came out. Like the way it was made, when the animation for it was so ahead of its time. Like, I forgot. But like the little spots on the top of his head, those are like individually put on there, and that was super hard to do with the software they had back then. But like they created some just to make the movie, and a lot of people said it's super realistic.
It's kind of like how when LucasArts, they wanted to like make, they were making some little game, and they wanted to like make the music like transition really smoothly. But at the time there was no system for that to happen, and they're like, you know what? Let's make our own.
Yeah, I think a lot of movies do that. Like Frozen did that. They did that for their animation.
Okay, as much as I hate the live action Lion King, the way that it was made,
it was so well made.
Yeah, Jon Favreau, who, by the way, is a great person, especially in the film industry. Like, I love pretty much anything he does.
He's someone who plays happy, right?
Yeah, like he produced Iron Man. He's the one who produced The Mandalorian. But like the way it was made is like it was just like this big thing, like a big blue screen thing, and it's all shot on that set. And that way they can just enter everything. They did it for The Mandalorian as well. And I think he started doing it with the live action, what's it called? The one with Mowgli in it. Oh, Jungle Book?
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. Let's talk about Batman. I just looked over at the...
I don't really remember any of the Batman
Alright, that's
movies.
I was gonna start talking about the Marvel shows, but you haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is that WandaVision was good until the ending. Falcon the Winter Soldier was pretty good. Not as good as WandaVision until the ending. The ending sucked for both of them, my god. Loki had the best ending, and it's my favorite of the three so far.
I still gotta watch them.
Yeah, you do. What's your favorite show?
The Nanny.
Invincible. But Over the Garden Wall is pretty close.
That's a show?
Yeah. Favorite movies, Whiplash.
You just really like...
Yeah, I really like Whiplash.
No, I mean like...
J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
J.K. Simmons
Why did
is
I
a
want to
great
say
actor.
O.J. Simpson?
J.K. Simmons is a great actor, okay? Anything he's in instantly becomes good. Seriously, J. Jonah Jameson. Do you remember that?
Wait, what?
You don't remember him playing J. Jonah Jameson in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies?
Oh, yeah, I do remember. I want those pictures.
I want those pictures of Spider-Man.
They're just selfies.
What about like short?
Short?
Yeah, like a Pixar short.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mine is Opal.
Shut up.
No. It's a good story.
It is. It really is. But it's so terrifying. I can't watch it anymore. I can't watch it. I really can't.
Hello, Mom.
Hello.
Anyways, now that our mother's gone. Opal.
Okay. It's a good story. It's well made. It's like the art for it. It's beautiful. Like beautifully made.
Yeah.
But it's so unsettling, and I know that's the point. But it's just no. I love it, but no. So a short I like, it's the cloud one. The one where it's a stormy cloud and it keeps
yeah, I remember that one.
That one. I love that one so much. That one and the one where the old man is playing chess with himself.
Yeah, what's it? Jerry's Game?
I think
That's my favorite picks. No, my favorite Pixar short is like Piper.
And the one with the moon, where the little boy goes with his
haven't
uncles.
Seen that one.
Uncles, where he's like, I remember one of them is picking his nose, and the little boy is like watching both of them.
Wait, I have seen it.
He's like, and he like starts picking his nose, and then the other one is like, he does this with his ear. He like grabs his pinky, puts it in his ear, and like twists it around to clean it or scratch it or whatever. And the little boy does it too. And then they get to the moon, and they're like, "All right, use a mop. No, use a broom." And they're fighting, and then he's just like exploring.
Oh wait, no, I have seen that one.
Yeah, I love that one.
I remember in class, we were watching a bunch of shorts for like some assignment, which no one did. Like we just watched the shorts, and our teacher didn't care. But there was this one about a caterpillar trying to become a butterfly, like trying to get a cocoon around it because it was really fat. You can relate.
Oh my god.
And then it's like beetle friends, I think. Like one of them was a beetle, and then the other one was some other insect. Like they were helping it Then they finally got into the cocoon. They fell asleep weighing the cocoon down. And or like trying to keep it up, like you know how like the way it was, like the cocoon was hung up on the tree and they were trying to hold this string that it was on down, so that way it wouldn't just fall to the ground. So they fell asleep doing that. When they woke up, the caterpillar came out as a butterfly, and then they were admiring it. We were all admiring it, and then I said out loud, "Wouldn't it?" I said out loud, "Imagine if a bird came out of nowhere and ate it." So, like 2 seconds later, bird comes out of nowhere and eats it.
Oh my god!
The entire class was laughing. God.
Oh,
It was
no.
great. I was laughing so hard.
It's like, you know what would be funny?
Fuck off!
There goes Timmy.
God, that was so funny.
Oh my god.
I'll never forget that. What other shorts are really good? Oh, have you seen The Box Assassin?
Have I seen the one now?
The Box Assassin.
Ooh, no, but that reminds me of the little matchstick girl. Where one of the Disney shorts, the little matchstick girl.
The little matchstick girl.
Yeah, her. That one, I sobbed when I saw it. It's that it hurt to watch. It was like bittersweet to watch. And the cat that tangos with his tail.
Oh, that one.
That one's. I like that one. It's cute.
Anyways, back to the subject of video games. Something that I wanted to talk about because of Pokemon is how dark kids things are.
Yeah.
Because like the thing, in Gen 5, which again, my favorite generation. Like you have Black and White and then Black and White 2. And Black and White, the evil team, is Team Plasma. It's basically Pokemon PETA. That's all it is. And their leader is Gutsis, and in that game,
Hold on. Back up.
Pokemon PETA.
What? I zoned out. What?
I think the funniest thing is that all of the members are gingers and night outfits. Anyways, back to what I was saying. In the game, once you get to the fight with Ghetsis, he wants to beat you, which is like, yeah, that makes sense. Pokemon. Like after you beat him, you just move on with the game. Yeah, whatever. Black and White 2 takes place 2 years after Black and White.
Nah.
Now, Team Neoplasma is around. They're not Pokemon PETA. They're Pokemon terrorists. Because in between those 2 years, Ghetsis went completely insane.
Haven't we all?
And then once you get to the point in the game where you finally meet up with him, like whenever he's underground with Kirim, he straight up tries to kill you. I'm not kidding. He straight up just tries to kill you. He desperately wants you dead. And then
so do a lot of other people. Get in line, button.
No, but like another thing is that once you start the battle with him, the sprite animation is him slamming his cane into the ground so hard that he loses the breath, and like a nice detail from like whenever you beat him is like after he leaves the cave, the cane is still in the ground. That's how hard he slammed it.
therapy.
Trying to kill a
little-
10-year-old child.
Just a
Pog.
little mentally ill. You know, that's fun stuff. You know.
Now, what other kids things are really dark? Oh yeah, another
Shrek.
thing from. Yeah, but another thing from Pokemon.
She tries to literally force him to marry her, and I'm just like, she's already married. What are you doing?
I'm talking about Shrek too.
Yes.
Oh, that makes more sense. Another thing from Pokemon is on Route 2. There's a house where like it's very it's very clear that there was some child abuse going on there. Like I'm not even kidding. Like the dad talks about it. The dad talks about it being him. It was him who was doing the abusing. And then in the corner of the room, there's a bunch of golf clubs. If you interact with them, it says that they're all beat up. You later find out that's the dad of the evil team leader. I'm not kidding.
And he used
Golf
golf
clubs.
clubs.
Like it is very heavily implied that Guzma was beat with golf clubs.
That is some trigger warnings that need to be put.
And yeah, and then it's Silver,
Oh no!
your rival, in like Gold, Silver, Crystal, and the remakes. He really hates Team Rocket, and you find out during the Celebi event in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it's because his dad is Giovanni, the boss of Team Rocket, and he straight up abandoned him.
Oh.
And then
Who's the baby mama though?
everyone, I
Who's the
don't know.
mama?
And then in Gen 3, you get you have two rivals. Like if you pick the male, then your rival is May. But if you pick the female, then your rival is Brendan. Because that's just how it works. But you also have a second rival. It's Wally. And the thing about Wally is that throughout the game, like, you find out that he's really sick. And like
Cancer. You're beating up a kid with leukemia. Oh, you have cancer?
But here's the
I
thing.
hate you now.
Here's the thing. In the remakes, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, in your final battle with him, there's a bunch of flowers, like around like where y'all are battling.
He's dead.
No, well, those flowers are heavily associated with like final confrontations with people or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically your last time seeing someone, and he's
Oh.
sick throughout the game.
Dun dun.
Yeah.
He just like after a battle, he just like collapses and like
Goodbye, delayed.
just like his body just immediately like flattens.
He just falls over. Ghastly comes out of comes from where he was. Dang it!
Dust.
And then more recently in Sword and Shield, I've seen you looking at the characters from Sword and Shield.
Who?
Like the Pokemon game, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I saw you looking at some of the characters.
Oh.
One of them, Bede, is an orphan. Like they just straight up say, "Oh yeah, he's an orphan."
Yeah, his name is Bede, and he's an orphan. Anyways, here's where you gotta go. Ah.
I'm pretty sure Bede's a dude. I don't know. He might be an old lady. Just based on the character design. Seriously, look at this. And it shows you.
So far we have child abandonment.
Is Bede an old woman? Bede is a he.
Which one is that one?
This one. He really does look like an older woman now.
He do. So far we have
Child abuse, child abandonment,
and
orphan,
orphan
child
that-
death,
Oh,
presumably.
and everyone needs therapy. Let's go. But,
Oh yeah, and then got just straight up wanting to murder you.
imagine being a Pokemon trainer and someone is out to murder you.
Cyrus is like the only one who actually just wants to destroy the world. And the thing is that he sort of wins.
How?
Like the world he wanted to make, he ends up going there. Like the distortion realm. Or distortion world. Like that's how he imagined the world being like. So he kind of wins since he ends up going there. Why did you put that there?
I don't know. Anyways. Pokemon's like
Pretty dark.
yeah.
And that's just like characters. That's not even touching the Pokedex entries.
Oh no.
Probably the most infamous one is Drifloon straight up carrying children to the afterlife.
That one's so
And
sad.
it quote unquote doesn't like heavier kids. So
the kids they
so not only does it murder children, it fat shames.
Aren't the little tree stump Pokemon?
Oh yeah, they're spirits of children
Yeah.
that died, that were lost to the forest.
And the one that vibe checks you.
Oh yeah. It will silence you. Dodrio's 3 heads aren't the only thing it has 3 of. That's actually a Pokedex entry.
Oh god.
God. That's just Pokemon too. Like a bunch of fairy tales. Like I feel like everyone knows this one. Like fairy tales and nursery rhymes.
Oh yeah. Ring Around the Rosie, The Black Plague.
Anything by the Grimm's brothers.
Sleeping Beauty.
That one's messed up.
That one is messed up. How did she like give birth to them? Like while she was sleeping too.
Imagine being that sleepy.
Imagine being that like
Hungover.
yeah, hungover. Really? No, she just cursed.
No, she's just hungover. I'm convinced that she got drunk. She got wasted. That river in Ireland that set on fire. Yeah, she drank the entire river. No one heard that. No one heard that.
Yeah.
No one heard that.
She got. I think it was really like. I still hate how like back then it was super like rude to not invite someone to a party.
Sucks for you,
It's just
Jimmy. I
because-
never liked you anyways.
Like if you knew someone and you didn't invite them to a party, that you invited everyone else that you knew to the party, it was super like rude and like just not good. So I can see why she was mad about it, but honestly, the entire thing would have been avoided if they just made another plate. Oh yeah, what about? Oh yeah, Cinderella is pretty dark too.
Oh yeah. Kid,
Blood.
take the eyes.
They literally cut their toes and heels off.
A bunch of nerds.
And birds gouge their eyes out. It's fun. Snow
Funky.
White. She gets suffocated, poisoned several times. And just like Ariel, she the original story, she actually like she goes to the sea witch and she's like, it's gonna feel like really painful to walk, and she's like, I don't really care. So she takes her voice, and another girl is like, oh yeah, I'm here now. So she wins the heart of the prince, and Ariel is just like the Little Mermaid. Her name is Ariel in Disney. I'm sleepy. Anyway. So after like finding out that the wedding is happening, she gets really sad. And her sisters come up to the surface, like they're pretty much like buzz cut. And they have a knife, and they're like, so the sea witch told us that if we cut our hair off, then she'd give us this knife and you could kill him. And she's like, no, I love him. I love this dude too much to kill him. And she, like, right after she says that, she's supposed to die. So after she jumps into the water, she turns into sea foam. But apparently her deed was so good that she turns into one of the air sisters. Air nymph, I think it was. I can't remember for sure. But she's still happy in the end.
Dang.
And she blesses the new wife too, I think.
Dang.
Dang. So Melina, she gets kidnapped and is almost forced to marry a frog.
Medivh's frog.
She's like, nah, he too ugly. And dipped.
But I'm kidding.
And she's like, y'all ugly. Kind of like the vine.
Shut up. Anyways. What else is something really dark?
We're just getting more depressing as we progress.
Let's talk about The Watchmen.
The what?
Watchmen.
Something.
Oh, it's DC. One of the guys, Dr. Manhattan, he straight up does not understand human emotion because he's literally a nuke.
I'm sorry?
He can control atoms. Dr. Manhattan,
Like
Manhattan
Adam Eve?
Project, Adam Eve, but cracked.
So Dr. Manhattan is just Adam Eve, but cracked.
Yeah. I'm not even. I think it's Cockroach Man. That's what I'm gonna call him from now on, Cockroach Man. He straight up has existential crisis while looking into the void, as in just staring blankly into space.
My eyes.
Mine don't.
Shut up.
Speaking of DC, I want to talk about Batman. What's your favorite Batman villain?
Ivy. I'm not sorry.
You mean the Mega Vegan?
I can't say why I like her so much. But, like, villain-wise? Joker.
Yeah, Joker's probably.
Literally cuts off the face of Robin and puts it on ice.
Dang.
I think he also rips something, like, cuts off the face of Robin. He cuts off his own face and then, like, nails it to his head. And one time Harley, I think she was in jail, Joker came to, like, bust her out, and they were like, she was, like, not having it. He was trying to get her back. She's like, no, I don't want you back. I don't want to go back with you. So he kisses her, and she just bites his bottom lip and rips it off.
Dang.
She also has a kid with him.
Dang.
She has 3 kids.
Dang.
The twins and one of them that I specifically remember. She was fighting with this one chick. I can't remember who. She was pregnant. She's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I gotta throw up real quick." And she's like, "Is this morning sickness?" It's like, "Shut up." It's like, "This is morning sickness. I'm not gonna fight you now because you're pregnant." She's like, "Why? I can still fight." And just, "No, you're pregnant. I ain't fighting you." And she's like,
Professionals have standards.
she's like, "Yeah, I remember how it was. I'm not gonna fight you." And she's like, "What do you mean you remember it?" It's like, "Harley, do you have kids?" It's like, and the Joker doesn't know about her. But she likes cars and putting tutus on cars. She likes cars and tutus and putting cars and
Tutus
together.
and tennis shoes.
Shut up. And she's like, "I think she's clever." That is adorable. I think Green Arrow shows up and they start making fun of him.
No, I like how Green Arrow in Injustice 2, like he says he keeps making jokes about Gorilla Grodd. That sound like out of context. They would sound really racist, but it's not because because Gorilla Grodd is literally a gorilla. I forgot. Oops, I forgot my banana arrow. God, I love Green Arrow. I've started liking Green Arrow more. What about the Flash?
The Flash. There's something about the Flash that makes me want to just... He seems annoying.
But he really isn't.
He isn't, but I take one look at his character and go, "That's an annoying man." I know he sounds like a Discord moderator.
He doesn't.
I know he doesn't. But my brain is like, he seems like my brain. He makes me think of, like, what's his name? The one that cheats on Adam Eve.
Oh, Rex Explode.
Yeah, him. I hate that guy.
Yeah, everyone does.
Super annoying. Speaking of annoying characters,
Amber.
the guy.
No.
the guy in Demon Slayer. You haven't watched Demon Slayer because
No.
you hate anime.
Yes.
But
we will not get into that.
But in Demon Slayer, there's this one. What's his name? I have a lot of nicknames for him. One of them is Noodlehead, I think it is.
Real quickly, I should point out that whenever that one Star Wars anime comes out, I am gonna watch it. Because, like, I've been watching all this Star Wars stuff, so I'm just, like, I feel obligated to. And it might actually be good. Because Boba Fett's gonna be in it. We're finally getting more Boba Fett. We haven't gotten a lot of him since Clone Wars, and they brought him back for Mandalorian. Now he's getting his own show, and then he's going to be in Star Wars Visions.
Okay, so, like, I have different nicknames for all of the Demon Slayer characters, because I can't remember the names. And the one that I really hate is one of the... I call him Dorito. I hate him, because a lot of people hate him, because he's annoying.
Which one's that one?
That one, that's the blonde kid that got struck by lightning.
What a loser.
Or has lightning. I can't remember. I don't know, but he's a wimp. And I hate him, because he's annoying. And clingy. And doesn't know anything about personal boundaries.
That's nice.
Anyways.
How long have we been going?
Good question.
I can't see why. It doesn't tell me how long. Okay. The mouse just glitched for a second. With the cursor. No, but seriously, I will be watching that one Star Wars show when it comes out.
You hate anime, but this is the only anime you watch. What other animes would you watch
The Pokemon ones. I forced myself to watch them.
other than Pokemon and Star Wars,
I don't know.
Dragon Ball Z?
I'm thinking about it, but I'm just like, nah, because like I keep getting spoilers for it, and I'm just like, it's literally the same thing over and over again. Why I wouldn't like this? Like I can already tell I wouldn't like it.
What about Naruto?
No, I won't watch it.
Yeah, I watched it.
Maybe Full Metal Alchemist.
What about? I want to get into Food Wars, but it's so weird.
Nah,
It's
I won't watch
just.
it.
I want to, but I watched like one episode of it, and I was like, "What is this?"
I want to find more.
The food looks so good though.
I want to find more things like MFKZ. It's a good movie. I know you haven't watched it. It's on Netflix. It's seriously underrated.
What are some movies that you think are underrated?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World, MFKZ, like I just said, Zodiac. What else? It's another one. God, I feel a sneeze coming, but it just won't come out.
I think some movies that are underrated are
The original Mortal Kombat. No. Well,
okay, but I think Mortal Kombat was good.
okay, here's the new Mortal Kombat movie was good apart from the story. The story just sucked.
I thought it was gonna be a little more gorier than what the warning said, and I was like,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
oh no, this just looks really liquidy. This looks like Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. It's just
And
bargain bin quality.
now that I think of it, it kind of the scene kind of reminds me of the scene, like one of the first scenes from Demon Slayer, and I was like, and I remember watching Demon Slayer, and I was like, this kind of seems familiar, and then I was like, oh yeah, Mortal Kombat.
The first fight, like the one between Hanzo, is that his name? Hanzo?
I don't know.
The one between Scorpion and Sub-Zero, before that's what they call themselves, is the best one. Like that one actually, like they actually like that one's the only one that made sense, apart from the last one, which was also between those two. Scorpion, Bog. Welcome to Loserville. What else is a movie that I think is underrated?
I think a lot of movies are underrated. A lot of them, you're just like, no, shut up, they suck. No.
Which ones? Name one. Dude.
What's a movie that you absolutely hate, but I like? I like bad movies.
Like what?
Suicide Squad. I don't think it's underrated.
It's just a bad movie.
It's a bad movie. That's exactly why I like it.
Suicide Squad is a perfect example of why I feel like they hyped up the soundtrack more than the movie.
I hated Panic at the Disco's Bohemian Rhapsody.
God.
Just no.
No, leave that to Queen.
I remember hearing it and I was like, oh God, no. Well, the thing about Queen is that a lot of people are like, don't like remix it or anything, but Queen, like, I think it was Freddie Mercury himself said,
yeah,
you can do whatever you want with it, just don't make it bad. And that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was Freddie Mercury, by the way. I'm seriously trying to think of a movie that I think is underrated. Like another one. Like Scott Pilgrim's definitely one. MFKZ, Zodiac. I already listed those three down.
A movie that is underrated, that deserves a little more hype, but not too much to the point where it gets annoying.
I think the fourth Shrek movie.
Yeah. I don't even know it. I haven't watched it.
I'm gonna be completely honest. As much as I hate the sequels from Star Wars, I do think that The Last Jedi doesn't deserve as much hate as it gets, and I give it a lot of hate, but it's still my favorite out of the three sequels. Oh, you know what? What's it called? 7? Oh no, Hateful Eight. That's a good one. I don't really see a lot of people talk about that one.
I don't know. You know what we should talk about though?
What?
Going to sleep.
All right, that concludes this podcast. We will now be going to sleep because we are tired. What time is it?
10:08.
It's 10:08 p.m. Goodbye.
We just ate melatonin. I'm not about it.
They made me hungry.
They make me really sleepy really fast.
So, how do we do an outro?
I don't know.
This is the outro. It's over. Go.
How do y'all
This is
sleep
the
at night?
outro.
We don't.
Server video. Anyways, let's talk about Sir more.
This site purchased by H.E. Butt Grocery.
Nobody cares,
Co.
Emily.
It's H.E.B. Christopher.
It's that
Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, it says H.E. Butt Grocery Company for erection of a new modern Piggly Wiggly.
erection.
Piggly Wiggly.
Like penis.
Shut
Okay,
up.
let's just end this. Goodbye.
Goodbye.